Hey y'all, I'm Dominique Green with Puppy Panda Crochet Co. and this is another podcast. This weekend I had a break from my craft shows, which is why we have a podcast instead of a market vlog this week. I do have another market vlog coming out next week, and it's going to be weekly and for a while. I signed up for the Low Mill Outdoor Market, which is every Saturday from 11 to 4, starting on May 6th and going till October 21st. And I will obviously be having a couple breaks within then, like for the Redstone Army birthday celebration. That's on June 10th. I won't be going to the Low Mill Market since I'll be going to that market. But it's going to be a very busy summer, and let's hope that's a good one. So right now I decided to take a little break from market prepping, even though I do have a lot that I still have to get done before Saturday. But luckily, it's none of the very big items other than the zebra and horse. I think those are my biggest ones. Let's see. Yep, so the zebra horse are pretty big ones. And then the dragons, and I have one Yoda that I need to do. Those are the most time-consuming ones, but I am hoping to be done market prepping by Thursday so I can load my car that night. But yeah, so today we're not here for a market vlog or market talk. We are here to do a podcast. So if you are wanting to find me on the interwebs, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, here on YouTube, and I do have a Facebook page, but I am also a member of other people's Facebook pages like Happy Hook Creations and The Secret Yarnery. So I sometimes post over there. I haven't recently, but I am over there as well. So today I have a couple of new items. I went shopping on Etsy like on the 21st and then yesterday, and there was probably another time between then. So I got a couple items that I was trying to test out to see if they would be a good size for my market items. And I want to say 3 out of 4 of them will probably not be market items. First, this one. So this was one of the ones that I bought. I was expecting it to be half the size and half the time that it took. So this took me about 5-6 hours, and it's already tagged. I was hoping that this would be a $30 item. It's not. But this is a pattern from Crochet Grove. It's the 2-in-1 peacock and a turkey pattern. The only thing that I did differently was I did not do the chain loops on the head. Well, it wasn't even chain loops, it was a separate headpiece. And then for the spots, I decided to use some different colors than they suggested. And this is a heavy sew pattern. And the back looks like that. So each of the feathers are done separately, and then you crochet around the spiral and you make the back piece, and then what you have to do is you have to make a separate piece to do the front side of this back panel. So both sides are fully enclosed like this, and then you have to figure out how to sew it around. As you can see, my sewing is very splotchy. And then for the feet, I just used this dark gray, and same for the beak probably could have used my coral, which is right up there, but I just thought that the gray would have looked a little bit better. So yeah, this is my peacock. My mom will be happy with it for the next couple of weeks since I already have so many high-priced items that I'm bringing to my markets. So this one will probably not come to a market until I want to say the 13th of this month, but it might be longer because, yeah, I just don't know how many higher priced items that I have will actually sell. Currently, the high priced items that I have are 2 dusty weighted dragons and a giant Sherpa bear. And then I have the toothless that I recently made that my dad is hoarding from me. And then eventually I will have this light fury. Let's see if I can get it. I'm going to have a light fury, which is the same pattern as the toothless, but with sparkly blue eyes. And it's the same dragon pattern as toothless. So I'm trying to get rid of a couple of my higher priced items before I make more, which for the peacock I wasn't expecting it to be that size, so when I finished up making all the feathers I realized that it was too late and I had to finish it. So that's another one of my high priced items. Next up, we have a custom order that I got done, and it's a giant Groot. The pattern is Baby Tree Man by by Katie's Crochet, and I used Chenille Home Slim in the color Sand or Baby Sand. This is Parfait Chunky in Emerald. Used 24mm eyes, and I E6000 the vine on because I really don't like the feel of hot glue on the vines. It just feels really off. And this pattern is a complete no-sew since you do hot glue the vines on and you just have to knot the leaves on, and then I hide the tails inside the body. And the arms are crocheted in. She does have an option where you can sew on the arms, but who likes to sew? And then the head, you do this front, the crown piece, and then in the back loops you decrease it. And I did 1 row less on the head, so it brought the crown like closer together so it stands up more. And then it also flattens the head a little bit so it's not bulging out. So this is a custom order that I had for one of the people that are working on my roof. So this will go to him eventually when he decides to stop by. Maybe he'll be gone Friday, but this one's done. Okay, let's see, next up. Okay, this is another custom order for another guy that's working on my roof, same company. He is a golf person, so I made this golf club cover, and it has some propellers on it, because that's what I wanted, and it has yellow lightning bolts. There was a heart. There's the heart. I do have a heart. He asked for a purple heart, but I decided to leave it off in case he wanted me to attach it onto the item, or if he wants to dangle it off. I can do whatever he wants. So the story behind this is he gave me a bunch of notes to go off of. He said to make him a golf club cover in the size small, which is this, and he wanted Let's see if I can actually find them. Is that it? Okay, yep, that's it. Okay, so he gave me the name of his grandfather who was in World War II. His name was Isaac N. Stanford. He has a Purple Heart, flew B-17s, and was in the 303rd Bomb Group, and he wanted that patch on it, so that's where the lightning bolts come from. On the patch it has some lightning bolts coming out, and then the propellers come from the B-12, and then he wanted it all in the gray color, and then for the stripes on the bottom he wanted 4 stripes because that's his lucky number, and I also have 4 of the lightning bolts, and he wanted it in purple so it represents the Purple Heart, and then he also wanted a heart that I also made in purple. So that's where this came from. Yes, I am terrible at embroidering, but it's okay. And then the propellers have seen better days. They do stand out on their own if fiddled with, but they also go down in case, just as a precautionary, so it doesn't harm any of the other golf clubs, because if this was out of plastic it could scratch the other golf clubs, so yeah. And I am not a golf club maker. I do not golf whatsoever, but it's a custom order. I gotta always accept them. Okay, and then the next one is for a golf club, a golf team at one of my local high schools. It's for the Grissom team, and their logo is a tiger. So this is the medium size? Yeah. So this is the medium size. I used my pom-pom maker and did this white and orange pom-pom. I had a friend embroider the Grissom logo for me, and I just glued that on, and then I did it the same way as this, going from the top to the bottom, which is different than the pattern because the pattern does road ribbing and then you connect it and go up top, but this actually works up much faster and it gives it a better stretch to it because it shrinks down, which is the main thing that I wanted, was for it to like shrink down enough. So that's what I got here, and it's just like that. And this pattern is from Yarn Inspirations, just I reversed it, and I did a double crochet ribbed border, and this has 5 black stripes going down. So the small has 4, black has 5, I mean the medium has 5. I'm thinking the large will have 6, and then the extra large will have 7. So that's my golf club covers for now. Just gotta wait for the other roofing person to come pick them up. And then we get back into the amigurumi. So this was a pattern that I purchased yesterday. This pattern is by Mom Stitchetti, and it is her no-sew squid. And I have 2 of them. So this is what the pattern is written as, and I just used Sweet Snuggles Light. I don't know the name of it, but it's the blue underneath my wolf. It's just a baby blue. And I used 18 millimeter eyes. So this is what the pattern looks like. I feel like the tentacles should be curled a bit more. And then you do this piece separately, sort of. So this is top stitched on. So you join the yarn here and then you crochet up and then you crochet down and then you reconnect and put the yarn tails in. And then this is written as a separate piece, but what I did was I just did the tentacles in the front loop and then continued on to the bottom where I just decreased in the back loop. So I didn't have to tie off my yarn and reconnect for the tentacles. So this is what the pattern is written as. And then last night I decided to modify it a little bit because I wanted a little bit more curl in the tentacles. And this one I did 2 single crochets in each stitch, but I feel like that's a little bit too curly. But I'm going to probably make 2 of each color, 1 in each style, and see which one sells at the markets. And I'll make up a couple more colors, probably in the coral, the lavender, maybe a mustard one. I don't know. But that's one of my new patterns that I purchased. Let me put that there. Sorry for seeing my face. And then this is another pattern that I purchased yesterday. This is a mushroom berry. It's a little bit different than the pattern because I didn't add spots to the hat. But, I mean, you get the point. It's a mushroom person. Yeah. I used, I think it's Ace Mint. It's one of the mint colors in Sweet Snuggles Light. And this is all Sweet Snuggles Light other than the skin tone, which is Chenille Home Slim and Baby Sand. And then this was lavender and then coral. So, and I used 20mm eyes, and you can pull the head up. Yeah, that looks weird. This is a very heavy sew pattern, and she obviously has her wings. I was also expecting her to not take so long, so she's a higher priced item as well, but not as high as the Peacock. And yeah, I actually really like her. The legs could be a different color, like the underparts, or the skirt could be longer. And I feel like she needs an accessory, like a little satchel. But that's what we got here. Yes, her head is very floppy. I did not put my hair roller curlers in it because I didn't know that it was going to be so floppy, and the hat is very heavy. So that's her. I really like her. I don't remember. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. It's Ericka.rejoyce. She can be found on Instagram. And I got the pattern on Etsy. And she's the same designer as the Yodas. So that's hers. Okay, what else? Well, this was, I just had to finish off the bottom part, so I was right about here, so all I had to do was finish the bottom. And it is a sea ravioli. Yes, it's not the prettiest sight, but it still is adorable. This is from Poms and Posies. And it's a Bernat baby blanket variegated color. I think it's like blues, blue shades, blue something. Then I finished up one of my favorite fox pillow things. I had the back panel made a few weeks ago, so all I had to do was the front panel and crochet it together. This is from Spin a Yarn, And I did sleepy eyes and a safety nose. He does use up a lot of polyfill, but they are really cute. I am surprised that none of them have sold this year yet. Then, I got a very big bag if you can't tell. Oh, I'm missing one. Okay. Then, so this is market prep stuff, which is the rest of the bag as far as I know. We have my Axolotl keychains. And this is a complete no-sew. And these I did yesterday and the night before. So I have 3 blues and 2 oranges. I already have 2 reds, 2 greens, and 1 pink shaded one. So I'm planning on making another pink shaded one, a purple, 2 purples, and 2 yellows. So I will have the full rainbow plus the traditional colors. Then I have a Triceratops. This is from Club Crochet. And she does have the horns, but you can't really tell that they're there since the yarn has white flecked throughout it. So I was tempted on leaving the horns off, but you know a kid would have come and corrected me. And this is Easter Egg, I believe, from Bernat Baby Blanket. I could be wrong on that. So I had one. Here is a new pattern that I'm working on. It's going to be a cow. And I used snow cone for the body, and that's Premier Yarns. And then for the hooves and ears, I used double-stranded Parfait Pixie Dust and Chenille Home Slim in the color black. And it's sparkly. You can definitely see it. It's hard to see it in real life too, unless you're in the sun. And then this was also Sweet Snuggles Light or Chenille Home Slim for the nose. And he's going to be one of my standing no-sew critters, but he is sewed because you have to sew on the ears and the snout. And this is him. I'm going to have a full collection that uses the zombie pattern and the cow, obviously. And I currently have a zombie, the cow, and a bear. And I don't know when I'm going to release those patterns. I still have to take some photos of them. And then I'm probably going to do a frog and a bunny and a fox. At least those 3 that I'm thinking about. So I'm going to have a full collection of... he won't stay on the bed. There we go. A full collection of those types of animals. I also got bored a couple days ago. Okay, I got bored a couple days ago, so I decided to make my Axolotl keychains, but in the bigger size. So this is made with blue chalk and white and Sweet Snuggles. And this is coral and white and Sweet Snuggles. And I use 20mm ice. And it's the exact same pattern as my keychain, just in the bigger yarn. So I was trying to figure out a different way to do the axolotls that would be much easier and use up less yarn and take less time. So this is my other axolotl pattern that uses Parfait Chunky. So I was going to sell them both for the same price and see which one sells better at my markets. but these won't show up until the 13th. So we'll see what people think. You can tell me what y'all think in the comments, and I will appreciate it, because I like making this. These two take like 20 minutes max, 20 to 30, let's just say that. And then these can take like an hour, so I'm leaning more towards this, but if people like this pattern better, then this is what I'll go with. But I love these. They're super cute. So those are the only two XL axolotls I have. Let me go through my bag and get my other axolotls so I can show you all of those guys at once. There he is. So I have two of the pink shades ones. I have two blue and navies, which these were the first two colors that I had, and all of them sold. And then I have a new colorway, and it's the greens. So this one I accidentally did 2 extra chains for the gills, so the gills are a bit bigger. And then this one's the usual. And I used key lime and emerald. So they are a shade off because this one used Yarn Bee Cuddly? No, Adorable. And then this used Parfait Chunky. So they're the same size. It's just this one's a little bit lighter than this one. Okay, we are almost to the bottom of the bag, I promise. Everyone's loving the Hammerhead, so I had to make a second one. I still have the pink sparkly one, but this was the very first one that I sold. And it used Bernat blanket. And obviously, he has a smile. All of my sea raviolis and my Hammerheads have a smile. And I only had to make one of those. Next up will be dragons. I still have to make 7 more of these guys. But this is my Nova the Baby Dragon / Croc. And this uses Chenille Home Slim or Sweet Snuggles Light. And I put some dragon eyes in them. So that's this one. Then I have this one with a little bit different eye with a mustard as the undertone. And then I have this one which has my fairy dragon eyes, and he has a mustard. But unfortunately I ran out of yellow. So my light yellow, which means I can't finish up 2 dragons. And I also ran out of red, which means I can't finish up 1 dragon. So that sucks. And the yarn that I get from Michaels is currently out of stock for shipping and in store. So that sucks even more. It's the daffodil color is the yellow. And then I think this is the last. It looks like it's the last. And it's going to be my stingrays, if I can get them all up. I have this stingray. This is from Spinning Yarn. It has the sparkly blue. Then I have this one, which has the sparkly pink and a gray bottom. And I use 20mm eyes. And instead of what the pattern calls for, I actually slip stitch around. And that gives the look of being stitched on, which I actually really like. Then I have this one, which is in Bernat Baby Blanket in the Dappled collection in the red with a cream bottom. And last but not least, I have this one, which is the same colorway as the Hammerhead with a cream bottom. So that's it. Yes, I've been busy for the past week. I have to go pack my boxes with these items. I still have so much to do, like a lot more dragons. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This has been a very long video. Much longer than most of my usual ones. Thinking. I do have a lot more patterns in the works, like a pig lovey, and then obviously the cow, bear, and zombie, and then some other items. I'm just trying to figure out what items that I can make that would be very good sellers for markets and also don't take much time to do, so I can whip them out very fast. But I'm losing my Crojo a little bit. And I'm also running out of yarn a lot. Like, half of that shelf is velvet yarn. And then running out of my variegated colors and my Bernat colors. And then that's all that I have of the XL colorway. And then up top is velvet and Sherpa yarn and fur yarn. So I don't have much yarn, and I can't really do another yarn order until I make more sales, because I currently have 451 items in inventory right now. And I will be taking, I think it was like 200 something to my market on the 6th. That market I will have to take Nova with me since my parents will be out of town. And I am thinking about doing a reversed setup. So instead of a U where people walk in, I would do a U where people walk around. And that helps me to enclose Nova inside of the booth. And it also, with my tablecloths, will keep her from seeing other animals that, if they come by, she won't flip out, because she's not very nice. But I can't trust her to be home alone for 8 hours with the doggy door open, because she will obviously dig her way out. And I can't do that. So, this will be the 3rd market that she's come to me to. The last one that she did was the winter solstice one on December 19th. I mean, she did fairly well. It's just when she was in her crate and other people saw that I had a dog, they would bring their dog up to the crate, and she likes her space. So hopefully this new setup will be better. But yeah, that is all that we have today. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week for a market vlog. Thanks for watching. Bye.